IDEXX is really a global company. We have facilities all over the world. Our product mainly consists of the diagnostic kits for veterinarians. We have a couple of other line of businesses which are water diagnostics, dairy diagnostics. A lot of it is cold chain product. We ship largely to end users, directly to veterinarians. However, we do have a lot of distributors that we ship directly to.
From a functional perspective, we didn't have the expertise at IDEXX to, say, talk the talk when it came to distribution. When I came on board, we started an SAP warehouse management system implementation in Westbrook, Maine. I needed somebody that I could go to that understood the lingo and the processes of a modern functioning distribution center. So Forte came in and helped us with our Westbrook distribution center, helped us go live with that implementation of SAP WM, and the relationship then expanded to cover the Amsterdam facility. Forte came in and did a really robust review of our conveyor, our systems, our tools, and recommended improvements based on that. The facility here in Memphis ships globally to over 30 countries. Latin America, Canada, APO, Europe, Middle East, and Africa included. When we started in Memphis, we did have a conveyor, but the employees walked boxes down the conveyor.
We had basically a very manual system. Although we did have a conveyor line, it had no logic whatsoever built into it except on and off. Basically, it was just a means of transport. Our computer system did not tie into it in any way whatsoever either.
We were looking for improvement in our efficiencies in terms of picking, packing, as well as shipping. We were working with a system where a customer would place an order and we would not be able to pick that order in its completion. We had to split it out into zones, different zones for the different storage conditions. We wanted a way where we could get all of that picked into one tote and then packed into one box to ship to our customers.
We provided them with data, showing them the number of orders that we had, the number of totes that typically go down the line, things of that nature. And they would come back with recommendations that would show that maybe we don't need that, maybe we need to do it just a little bit different to see better gains.
Forte was able to come in and help us with the design based on the space that we had available. We worked with them to come up with how it would integrate with our SAP system, and then how we could implement the whole thing so that the efficiencies were throughout the process.
It was amazing how fast the material was assembled. It was a very, very organized, planned build, and all the way through to the coordination of doing the logic and everything behind the system.
One of the benefits I felt of using Forte was their ability to really understand SAP WM and how it fits with Automation Director. They bring the expertise that really helped us guide through with our IT staff how the solution works together.
Forte was able to work with our IT group to get our WM system talking to Automation Director. They were able to answer all the questions up front so that when we did do the implementation, it went flawlessly. We were able to move from zone picking to a pick-pass layout where totes would travel down the conveyor and be kicked off to the particular zone in which it needed to be picked. So by the time it got to packing, we were able to pack everything into one box. We've seen efficiency improvements in picking and packing of about 27%. We've also seen reduction in boxes shipped by about 6%. We've saved money in packaging costs as well as labor costs. I got the impression working with Forte they had done this many, many times before. All of the questions that we had, they seem to have answered at some time in the past.
Very impressed with them from the very beginning. From the time that we first started receiving the materials in, all the way to the time that they started assembling and through to the completion of it. The way that they were able to work with us in our environment so there was no interruption to our business was also impressive.
The system we wanted to implement had to have a couple attributes. One, it had to be very easy to implement. Two, we wanted the training curve to be very low. We wanted our operators to just pick, pack, and ship and not really get into the details of how to use the system. Forte was able to do that for us by doing a lot of the work, from project management to install to go live. They really took care of everything. And what Forte brings to the table is the knowledge, experience, and the ability to know that we're under a high pressure function. So Forte's ability to do that, as well as meet our goals flawlessly, makes a great combination for IDEXX.